What am I trying to do here? Oh, right. There we go. Switch that up a little bit, and let's get into it. Should we read the intro? 1964, Virtuous Mission and Operation Snake Eater. The origin of the Metal Gear series begins in 1964 at the height of the Cold War. Naked Snake, the man who would later become the legendary soldier known as Big Boss, heads into Soviet territory to help the scientist Sokolov defect to the West. However, the mission ends in failure when Snake's mentor, a female soldier known as the Boss, unexpectedly defects to the Soviet Union. The fate of the world hanging in the balance, Snake is forced to question the true meaning of loyalty as he embarks on a lone mission to kill his former mentor. Don't read spoilers. I was just reading, like, this seems like a spoiler, but I guess that's the setup. Well, okay. Shit. Why do they put that on the? Are you fucking kidding me? I don't. I'm good at forgetting stuff suddenly. Not a spoiler. That sucks. Oh my god, that's more than you will manage to fit into this stream of the game. I figured like that's probably back of the box stuff, so maybe that's in the. Like the whole first bit's spoiled. I'm gonna do my best to just like sort of what do I want to say, blank slate myself. What are we talking about? I'm gonna get focused on. I'm gonna get hung up on some trivial detail. Naked Snake. Naked Snake. His name is Naked Snake. I didn't know that. That's the only thing I learned just now. Naked, huh? That's very funny, right? Let's laugh at that and let's keep talking about the parrot. So about that parrot. It's not huge though. The vast majority of the game is not spoiled. No intro. Oh shit. Now I'm scared. I just want to like get into the game as quickly as possible. So I gotta leave it right. Let it lie. Okay, 1 second. Can you imagine? God damn it, man! I've made it like 20 years without getting this game spoiled. Just as soon as I boot this motherfucker up, there it is, and I just read it all. We gotta listen to the song. All right. Because I really know nothing about this game. That's unforgivable. I like there are criticisms of the HD collection, right? What it's like lacking motion blur. I don't even know what else it is. Mine is that's my criticism of this HD collection. That you put that right there because you know I'm gonna read it. This is a common criticism of the HD collection. Oh, is it? Okay. I don't think I read the one for 2. I don't remember reading it. Did that also spoil the game? I'll have to check. So I definitely won't be reading Peace Walkers. Just zip by it as quickly as possible. This is a very cool menu, though. I feel like I was like hanging out in here at some point because Frederick, I remember you telling me like I could mess with this, right? Yeah. But I don't remember like an intro playing. Oh, look at that. Oh, what do we like? Oh, what do we like? Peace. Oh, yeah. Pass the doobie. Put on some Jefferson Airplane. I'm guessing you get the intro when you start. Yeah, is anything gonna... Is this what you meant? Should I just proceed? Ah, the good old CQC. Proceed? Yeah, okay. Yeah, because it would have played by now, right? Oh, wait, no, yeah, that's why I was on this menu, because they were both within here. That's right. I was pulling up 3 every time I played these 2 games. Okay. Blood on, of course. We got the captions on. Okay. What are briefing files? Let's find out. Let's read more spoilers. Virtuous Mission. You gotta believe,
Jack,
like,
I've got some important news.
this is the intended.
The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the Virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the Virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB 754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov? Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin to orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story, so why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the west. We used a mole to get the family out first, and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba, and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then a month ago, we received some new information from
Game is a bit quiet. This video is at least. Oh, sorry.
Sokolov?
I've been.
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the
How's
weapon
that?
in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
Big Boss, 100 times cooler than Solid Snake?
Something to do with
Can't wait to
space
find out.
rockets.
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No, according to
I'm not going to comment on Big Boss till he
intelligence,
plays the
he's in
franchise.
Soviet
How's the volume now?
Mountains about 3 miles to
I
the
just want
west
to say,
of
if the
known
Cuba
as
crisis would escalated back then Germany would be in such a weird state back then.
Nice
Yeah.
name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Still quiet? In-game might be fine? I'll bump it up for now.
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back.
How's that?
This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that.
That's
too
better?
when he
Alright, right on.
contacted us.
Okay.
So how does it feel to be a patient in one of the most advanced ICUs in the world?
Would you do me a favor and tell the suits about visiting hours? I'll never get better with them assaulting me day and night with their questions.
Must be part of the top brass's inquiry.
More like an interrogation.
Don't do Snake Eater? This is... Oh,
According to-
Yesterday, the White House received...
briefing for other thing? Oh, because... Okay. Oh, I see. They got it, like, broken up, like... Because they did this with 2, right? You could just play Tanker and Big Shell separately. Okay. I think maybe bump it back down, then. I would imagine. Let's put it back to where it was for Metal Gear Solid 2. But let me know if the volume's still not good. It's like getting the ride-in briefing before the Tanker mission. Yeah, right. I see. Why the game got to be doing this? I'm telling you, I've been dodging spoilers for so long. And then just floodgates open as soon as I start the game. What's in special? Let's find out. Are these spoilers? I didn't know that David Hayter was going to be Big Boss as well. That's pretty neat. You'll be taught in game? I was about to ask. Like, I assumed, but then also PS2, days of manuals, maybe they just expect you to read all this and then go into the game and kind of know what to do. I like them all. But right, you're just like choosing what the most recent one you played, so it knows like what mechanics you're familiar with, I guess. He is until 5 because Kojima is a Hollywood
After the end
fanboy.
of World War II, the world was split into 2, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Let's not talk about future games. Yeah, please. Since Legion Bug, right. This is all new. We're in uncharted territory from here on out. I haven't played any of these. Any Metal Gear game I played at this point will be a first playthrough. It's the furthest I've ever gone. Yeah.
Flying over Pakistan. Altitude 30,000 feet.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check.
I am Sam leaving the Shire.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
Who's my Frodo? There are 3 other Hobbit spots. Who wants some? Who's calling dibs? Which Hobbit? Which Hobbit you got?
Put out that cigar. Connecting
tell you when you
oxygen
meet them.
hose to interior connector. Put on your mask. Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
I know it's like a cool badass move, but I'm just really fixated on just dropping that lit cigar in here. Oh, we got ads coming. We're gonna have to snooze, I think. We just started.
External temperature minus 46 degrees.
No, the cigar was still good. It was. There was a lot to go on that bad boy.
Stand up.
Would have been even cooler if he just like flicked it out of the plane and then like dived out after the fact, and then they reconnect down on the ground and he just like picks it up and pops off the mask, and
Move to the rear.
probably have to relight it, but you know.
This is one for the history books. The world's first halo jump.
Oh, maybe.
10
Oh
seconds
no,
to drop
he got it.
off. Stand
Okay.
by.
What a waste.
Status
High
okay.
altitude, low.
Prepare for drop.
What's the O
Countdown. 5,
in Halo?
3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
Opening. Yeah, that makes sense, right? But was I gonna get there? Right, I think the intro cinematic comes later. I remember where it is. Cool.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of
Jack?
the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission.
Oh,
No, the virtuous mission.
you also have
Future
Lalo
Alliance
and
unit depends on it.
Heiho
Succeed,
jumps
will be officially organized into a
and
unit.
Lalilule low jumps.
Virtuous mission. Sounds like some kind of initiation.
So low altitude, low opening, and then high altitude, high opening. Right. There's actual info about what
So
brand of cigar that
exactly
is. What do we got?
mission?
I kind of want to skip this. I just watched it, but
About 2 years ago,
is it gonna?
a certain Soviet scientist.
I'd only be
posted
skipping this, I would
samples
imagine,
of
right?
dust Through one of our moles.
I don't want to skip anything.
His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov.
Not sure if there's a Leiho jump.
He's head of the OKB
Yeah, that-
754 Design
right.
Bureau, one of the Soviets' top secret weapon research.
Wouldn't really make
facilities,
sense.
And the East's foremost expert on weapons.
I think I'm gonna skip this. What do we think?
Sokolov.
Yeah?
Isn't he that
Because I'd
famous
just be
rocket
skipping what I already
scientist?
watched.
the very same.
Gotta believe that nothing else was packed in here. Right? Maybe if you fly close to the ground towards a cliff? Can't remember the name, but it was a Cuban brand. I tried it. It's really good. Yeah. We Americans don't get to enjoy such things because we have this wonderful policy towards certain countries that
Listen up, Jack. Your mission
prevents
is
us.
to infiltrate Selino Yask in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the West.
sometimes it will say R1 top right, like here. Yeah. Oh, you can hold the first person
If we don't get Sokolov
to go into first
back
person.
before
Ah, I
that
see.
weapon is complete,
But other times it's
we'll
a
be
secret.
facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking. Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat talent?
She's equipped with two 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as two 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the
Hey,
fuel
Abject
in the
Power, what's going
reserve
on?
tank, we're facing a
Are you gonna play the
4-hour
remake
time
too?
limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than
I
a
don't
few
think I'm
hours.
planning on it.
Home in time for dinner.
But if
I don't want to
anything
give
goes
Konami any
wrong,
money to...
you'll be eating dinner,
I don't know. I guess I'll wait and
breakfast,
see
all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
what they have in store for us. Last time I wanted to buy the brand, I found out that a lot of cigar makers left Cuba with their plants. That's why my favorite brands cost almost 70 euros now. Really? I have no plans on giving Konami any money. Yeah, exactly. There were, like, the only reason I would want to play it is just like, well, maybe at that point. I don't know when it's supposed to come out. It's coming out this year though, right? Like, I've just been thoroughly, you know, experiencing this series. It would be cool to, like, to compare it against this original now that I've played it. But I can't justify, like, definitely not paying full price for a release like that. Yeah, you might pirate it, but it's the extent of your interest. I mean, like, 2 felt a little... I mean, it's a PS2 game. You could feel that in it, but it felt pretty good. I imagine this is going to feel any better, so... feel even better. I don't know if I just said the words I wanted to say. So, that said, I don't know, like, what is it going to be? What is it going to show me? Because I like the PS2 aesthetic. Yeah, I'm waiting. But how about you? What's everyone thinking? You going for Delta, right? Can I get a close-up here on you? You don't look like I expected you to look at all. Okay. Ads in a minute. In 30 seconds. Alright, we're going to get a couple tumbles in. Let's climb a tree. Or just sneak on the trees. Calorie Mate, a balanced nutrition food. Oh, wait a second. It's all, what's on left? Espionage pill developed by the CIA can wake up from fake death. The brand is Cohiba, the same brand that Castro smoked. And now that I say that out loud, I feel like a snob. You can climb onto that on the right. Food is on the right because it's a weapon, you throw it. Oh. TE is the food menu. Yeah, what if I read the whole description? Huh. Okay. Okay, wait.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out,
Like the
we'll be
blonde
using
hair? I do
code
too.
names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you
I don't.
mean?
I don't like
You've
snakes.
eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training.
I guess we gotta snooze again. You would call me right now.
Glad to hear
Alright.
that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
We're gonna wait on the ads for
Let's
another
see.
5 minutes.
I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom.
Can I be ground control?
Oh, and Snake.
Yeah,
The crew isn't watching anymore. You can take off the disguise now.
good idea. This isn't right.
Oh.
Time for the snake to shed his skin.
Ooh. Okay, I was wondering, like, what's going on here, but I was thinking maybe we grow into that grizzle. There it is. That's a little more. I was about to ask, like, are we gonna get wacky here, or we're just like connected to Raiden in some way that we haven't been told thus far? Because we were looking a little Raiden, right? Okay, I have to scroll through the images next time. Sorry, you like the Raiden mask? Definitely prefer this. Is that like a reverse, like, fucking with you? You know, because the whole
Hear me,
last game
Major
was like,
Tom.
hey,
This is Snake.
come on in here. We're playing as Solid Snake again, your favorite character. Oh,
will
no,
be
we're
a
not.
Sneaking mission.
Gotcha.
You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence.
And now it's like,
Is that
oh,
clear?
what?
This kind of
Again?
infiltration
No,
is the
just a
Fox
mask.
unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procure on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
The radio has info about every person you can talk to. Oh, I forgot to do it again. It's a joke because everyone was so upset about Raiden being the playable character in 2. Yeah, now I get it. Okay. You picked like 2, so you start with the mask on. Got it. So if I picked 1, what would I have gotten? Can you starve to death in this game? Because if you can, you're going to starve. And if you can't, you'll probably find a way to. Because I'll be taking my time. Select to open radio. Nothing. Only 3 gives you something, if I remember correctly. Oh, okay. Ground control to Major Tom. Yeah, like when I'm on the call. So was this, like, I remember I was like, you know, heavily reading like every video game magazine that was in publication just about, and just like, you know, following stories at the time. So like when 2 came out, I was aware of like the lead up and then also the backlash to Raiden. What about this one? Was there any like sort of disappointment that we weren't moving forward in time, that we were, oh, that's a snake. Oh, and they packed it up nicely for me. All right. Reticulated python meat. Press square button to hold. Release to throw. I'm just... Okay. If you call Tom, you'll see. You can switch between third person and fixed camera here, by the way. I think maybe with the right... Okay, I'm going to try all those things. The ads are finally... I've snoozed them a bunch, so we're going to let them roll this time. I'm going to take a quick break, and then I'll be back, and we got like 45 more minutes we can play. So, see y'all then. Oh no, that's the wrong Metal Gear. Whoops. There we go. We aren't Sons of Liberty over here. We're eating snakes over here. Okay. Thanks everybody for hanging around. All right, let's see. Let me catch up here. Switch between third person and fixed camera here, by the way. I think with the right thumbstick. Let's try that. Here's the, okay. Like I said, you eat food. Yeah, that's what I was trying to, like, I was fumbling my way trying to understand what you were saying, because that's why I was doing this. Like, well, where's the food menu? And I was just surprised to see it all pop up. But I guess you can just throw everything. Look at that. That's neat. Yeah, I was kind of amazed to have this going on, to be honest. I expected fixed camera. Not amazed by this, though. We know this maneuver. I mainly remember everyone being excited about this being the origin of Big Boss, but they did do a kind of bait and switch with figuring out what the Patriots are at the end of 2. Can't really comment on that without spoiling. Yeah, okay. Third-person camera was added in subs. Oh, okay. So in the original, you didn't have this, huh? Well, that's neat. Okay. Let's find our backpack. We got to get our backpack packed, our shoes tied tight. I hope we don't get in a fight. Back to Snake. Wait, do I have my? I don't. Buttons. Oh, a little too high for a Big Boss. Too big for boss. Oh, we're crawling. How 3 does or does not follow up on 2 is impossible to talk about without spoiling, so I'll wait until you're done with the game. Yeah, I wasn't even asking about that part of it, like the story. I just kind of meant like the more immediate reaction to just what the game is. Because like you find, I mean, you play as Raiden a couple hours in, right? And then everyone, I remember kind of like lost their mind about that, you know? And I just like, so getting into this game and realizing like, oh, we're in the 60s. I wanted to see what happened next to the characters I was with in the previous game.
I see you've retrieved your backpack.
I was just curious if there was like an immediate sort of backlash, because I don't remember. I wasn't really following games
it's necessary to take
as
it out of
closely
your backpack.
when this came out.
In the survival viewer, choose weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local.
You're saying that's the case if I lose stamina. I think this is the case when I have stamina.
Oh,
I'll be missing those shots.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and U.S.
What about
government
Ghost
will deny
Snake as a
any
code name?
involvement in the affair.
Then
As
I'll
opposed to
just have
Naked
take care of
Snake.
myself, huh?
What about Naked
I'm afraid
Ghost?
so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So, how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She.
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
Boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS
So
together.
not only just multiple snakes, we got
Jack,
multiple
is that you?
bosses. I didn't
How
know.
many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right.
The
It's me.
boss.
Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You're a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake? Oh, right. Your code name is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit, a group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah. I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC? Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Snake, try to remember some of the
I think I fell pretty far behind here, sorry. Long codec call. And I probably won't be talking over any of these because all new. Fixed perspective is available as well, and levels are designed with that in mind. Third person was added in subsistence, and levels were not changed with third person in mind. Oh, I see. There are spots where a fixed camera will show you a lot more, and it's obviously how you intended to see the level, but third person is nice. Yeah, let's maybe try it this way for a bit. Hey, Brad Ardor, konnichiwa. Hey, konnichiwa. Ohayou gozaimasu. 来てくれてありがとう。調子はどう？元気ですか? A name means nothing on the battlefield, unlike love. Here you can call paramedic separately from saving. Focus on the cutscenes and calls. Chat can wait. Oh yeah, I will be. But thank you for understanding. Yeah, this is one,
Saving the game, Snake?
I'm gonna need to pay attention. The backpack is one of the best additions in the game. Oh yeah, I need to do that. Right. I meant to, and then I got flooded with other information.
Hey, Snake, you ever heard of Godzilla, King of Monsters?
No, what is it?
It's a movie. You haven't seen it?
Nope.
It's about this monster called Godzilla, who grows to an enormous size in a nuclear test and goes on a rampage in Tokyo.
Nuclear test, huh? Then the Marshall Islands must be crawling
I wonder
with
how
monsters right about now.
It's
obscure
just
Godzilla was in
Maybe that's why
1964.
my pants have been so tight lately.
Snake, it's a movie, not a report out of Los
At least for
Alamos.
I don't know, did it get Western
So then
releases?
what happened?
Obviously, it was big in
Godzilla is
Japan,
immune to
but
all weapons, and humanity has no way to stop the monster. Dr. Shirazawa develops a new type of weapon, but meanwhile, Godzilla is getting closer and closer to Tokyo, obliterating everything in its path. It was originally a Japanese movie, but they made an American version too. I recommend seeing the original Japanese one if you ever get the chance. It's mostly mindless fun, but it's also got a serious anti-nuke message as well.
Where can I see the original?
You'll just have to go to Japan.
Really? That's too bad.
Well, if you wait 40 years, you might be able to see it in America too.
Why's that?
2004 will be Godzilla's 50th birthday.
You think they're still going to be making Godzilla movies then?
Of course! Everybody loves Godzilla.
You sure know a lot about movies.
I don't suppose you're the movie-watching type, are you?
Not really.
2004 is that the
Then I'll
is
tell
that
you
when
what we
the
gotta know. When the going gets tough.
the American
movies
one
can
with
save
like
your life.
Matthew Broderick came
It's
out?
always
What year
good
was
to be able
that?
to look at things from a different perspective when
No,
you're
that's
being
probably
enjoyed.
more like closer to
That's the
2000, right?
magic
I
of
remember
movies.
seeing that as a kid in the
No
theater.
kidding. Well, I guess
Let's
it might
see.
at least make a nice distraction.
That's the spirit, Snake. Have a little fun.
Oh, 1999? No, wait. No, is that? No, that's Godzilla 2000. No, yeah, 1998. This is the one. I'm ashamed to say that might have been my first Godzilla movie. You can only have 8 things equipped at a time. Instead of having this insane rotation of items, everything in one long list, you have a backpack and you can pick and choose. Yeah, what's in the quick menu. That's going to be very good for me because you've seen me do it. Just make 3-4 cycles through without finding what I'm actually looking for. So the comment about tight pants is because Snake was present during a nuclear test. Oh. So he's making a joke about his dick has gotten bigger. Now I get it. What do we want? Yeah? Or wait. That's already... You just went ahead and did that for me. You did. I was going to say, because I remember this being the only thing. Oh, but that was before I got the backpack, right? Okay. I don't know. Let's just leave them on for now. Oh, consumes battery power. I better watch it with those. Detects animals? Oh, that's great. We're parrot hunting. I know we're a few decades before when the parrot got released by Otacon, but I'm still hung up on it. Why did he let that parrot go? Oh, no. You can see the bar. That uses battery. Yeah, thank you. You can see the bar on the item. Oh, yeah, right. Is this also... No. They're binoculars. They don't tend to do that. But you never know. Battery-powered binoculars. It's all using my batteries. Okay. Same with your gun, that bar suppressor. Right. I need to watch it with that. Whoa. What do we think? Can we take that gator? Fixed cam will generally give you a good overview. But now we need to go full on. Oh. Am I sinking? I'm sinking. Oh my god. Oh, I'm dead. Naked Snake just became Liquid Snake. You know what I mean? Snake is dead. So maybe we're not getting that gator. I thought I could take him. Wrestle that gator. But Not under these conditions. Wow, there's more than I realized. I'm gonna need a... but I recommend just switching regularly. Yeah, I think I will based on the situation. I don't know. You think this is big enough for gator? I'd love to eat that. Gator? That's good eating. Y'all ever eaten gator? Going to Flavor Town. Let's go to Flavor... Oh, shit. Damn. Okay, I didn't expect that. Yeah, the tail. I was watching out for the head. Oh, my God. This is my first gator. Oh, this might not be happening, huh? Okay, what do you have to say about this? You've been typing a lot of words twice lately, no idea why.
Snake.
Did you?
Major,
I didn't even catch it.
Snake, are you all right?
Did I read it twice?
I'm okay.
You're far from okay. Look
You
at
know, I'm
your
like Ron
life
Burgundy
gauge.
over here.
You're on your last leg.
I just read the words on the screen.
I can still...
See?
Snake, this is a solo sneaking mission.
I
Do
read
you
it
know
once.
what that means?
Yeah.
No, you
Sometimes.
don't.
Sometimes I
It
do
means
alright.
there's no backup, no cavalry. If you're taken out,
And sometimes I do
take
read.
your place.
Sometimes I do read.
Pull out for now and recuperate.
Find a hiding place and get some rest. Your life gauge will gradually
This game has the best
recover
calls,
with
so
time.
goofy.
But the speed of your life gauge recovery depends on the level of your stamina gauge. So get plenty to eat, then get some rest. You hear me?
Fishy, how's your Elden Ring
Do you hear
playthrough
me?
going? Are you
I hear
where you want to be for the DLC? What is this? Oh, what if I like got the hornets out, and then they attack the gator for me? You know? Damn it. Okay, wait a second. I just have to get down here on your level. Human brain is great at filtering stuff. You read it. Whoa, look at this. All right. All right. We're doing okay. They're not there. And they're not there. They're here. Indian gavial. Gavial? Not eaten yet. Taste unknown. Let's find out.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. Was tasty. Oh, wait. You have life and then food. Right. Food does not heal. Yeah. And they probably told me that.
I'm stuffed.
You believe you got all you wanted for the DLC? Right on. I'm stuffed? Wait. No. Wait, where's my stamina? Oh, I was looking at the wrong thing. I don't know what I was. I'm wasting good gator. Wasting good gator. Call paramedic to learn about flora and fauna. She has stuff to say about every animal. Let's learn. The long full bar. Yeah, that big old long bar full of gator now. That's the one. Okay. Well, it's my first. It's my first gator. It's my first. It's my first game. It's my first day.
Python. The reticulated python is said to be the longest snake in the world. The biggest ones can grow up to 10 meters in length.
Are we going to make a
Although they're
dick
not
joke here, too?
poisonous, they're still very dangerous, so be careful around them. They have a highly ferocious temperament, and they can swallow whole, even large animals like deer and pigs. Their most distinguishing feature is the mesh pattern of their scales. This pattern acts as a highly effective natural camouflage. If you think there might be a reticulated python about, pay close attention to your surroundings. Otherwise, you could get bitten before you even know it's there. It's a huge snake, but you should be able to capture it alive by using the tranquilizer gun. I'll bet if you capture one and throw it at an enemy, it'll give him a good scare.
Right. But how do they taste?
Huh?
Do they taste good?
You're actually going to eat one.
Why else would I be asking?
Cannibal.
What was that?
Nothing. Let's see what the guide says. It says they taste pretty good.
Hey, somebody, what's going on?
I can hardly wait.
Y'all ever eaten snake? I've eaten snake. I didn't care for it. They're still contemplating if I want to get some specific bosses done or not. Health will recover over time. Okay. Hey, Sandwicher, how was your... I was in there for a minute, but I was getting ready to stream here. But it's cool to see you on that panel. How did it go? How was the state of play? These calls are important, in my opinion. You really get to know the crew through them. She just said poisonous snake, right? Instead of venomous snake. I feel more validated all the time for conflating those two terms. I know I conflated them, but there's a reason why, right? It's being reinforced by supposedly experts.
I see you've captured an Indian gavial.
There we go. Tell me about them gators.
The Indian gavial is
That's a crocodile.
that originally lived in freshwater
Now I'm conflating
regions
crocodiles
in
and
India
alligators.
Nepal.
Why are Indian crocodiles way out here?
They're captive crocodiles that were brought here for research purposes but escaped and became wild again. Indian gavials are large creatures. Adult males grow to over 6 meters in length. You'll never catch one alive, even if you use the tranquilizer gun.
It's fine. I like to catch them dead.
I tried the meat. It was great.
It was
Well,
great?
good for you. But be careful when
It was
capturing
great?
Indian gavial.
That's not what you said when you ate it.
Normally they're cowardly creatures.
Didn't you say it was fine?
But
Something
the
to that
ones in the
effect?
forest
Not
that are
bad?
belligerent. Apparently they attack humans.
Oh, they do.
What do you
This is
mean?
Real
They
belligerent.
weren't the direct subject of any serious research, but some think they may have become violent as a side effect of the atomic research that was conducted nearby.
It went? Anything good that I should know about in that state of play? Fine. Not into trying it, just gonna stick to my good old farm animals. Yeah, it was one of those. I was living in China at the time, and my bosses, they got married when I was working for them. So, who came to be a husband, would like call me up and just be like, "Come on over. We're drinking and eating snake." I'm like, all right. So I just go over for a snake eating drinking party, and oh yeah, I know that. That's the danger zone. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die in pursuit of Indian gavials. Wait, I'm maybe still mispronouncing it. And she even said it aloud, but didn't take the information. A little more. Oh, damn it. Yeah. There wasn't a lot to talk about is all. Like, we can dish on devs making uninteresting PvP games all we want, but it was a little dry. I gotcha. Snakes are farm animals at some farms. That's true. Yeah. Definitely not your regular ones. Depends on where you live. Yeah. Depends on what kind of operation you're running as well. Most people wouldn't think of reindeer as animals we farm, but in Norway we do. Yeah? I'd like to go to a reindeer farm. And I like venison. Alright, let's try this. We're going to do this better this time, right? I'm going to get you right in the sweet spot, which is right here. Tumble. Tumble. Okay. I had a good spot here, though. Oh, you know why? Because it was kind of like obscured. Yeah? Okay, wait a second. Yeah. Damn it. How did I do this last time? It was going well. But only after eating shit. Here. There we go.
Bullseye.
Uh-oh. On the move. Go, go, go. The Sami, indigenous peoples of northern Scandinavia, have reindeer herds. Is it Sami? This is strictly U.S. speaking. I can buy store-brand reindeer. It's very easy to get here.
Add some broth, a potato. Baby, you got a stew.
Oh, baby. Stew? Maybe not stew. Put that in a gumbo. Or just... I don't know. Deep fry it. Throw it and make a Sammy. I've only had gator like a couple times, but it was when I lived in Florida. Gators everywhere. You don't eat them, they'll eat you. Like right next to frozen burgers and pork chops are all kinds of reindeer products. I've eaten gator. How'd you feel about it? What do we got in terms of reindeer products? Like reindeer burgers, I would imagine. Like scaly chicken.
I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
I kind of like feel like I remember being
47.
like Frog is another one. It's kind of in the same zone. A little rubbery. Obviously, the frog is giving you like
Snake,
smaller
your
little
presence
bits
in
of meat.
Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. We can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government.
Now, here's a
are
face Snake
involved.
makes. I love this face.
Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your camouflage by selecting camouflage
He's so
in the
expressive.
survival viewer.
What if we put the
The
Raiden
uniform
mask back
option
on and
lets you
just
pick
had a
your
nice
uniform, while the
blank
face option
stare at
lets
all
you change
times?
your
That'd be
face
nice
paint.
too, because it would be blank, but it
Choosing
would be hot.
camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help
Just a
you
real,
conceal
like-
yourself more effectively.
We have like fillets,
Also,
shaving
don't
strips, and I
forget
think
that
get burgers
anything
as
that
well.
moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted.
Oh no, but that's
if you crawl instead, you should be
that's
able
my
to
most
sneak
familiar
by without
maneuver.
being noticed.
Run around like an idiot. That's what I'm best at.
You can see how effective your
That's the only mask in
camouflage is
existence
by
that
looking
blinks.
at the camo index. The camo index shows how
It
well
tricked
your
me.
current
I got tricked.
camouflage blends in with the surrounding area.
I got tricked.
The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature.
Probably more, but I haven't
Keep
looked
that
at all the
in mind as
products.
you go along, okay?
But were you saying that you liked it? How do you feel about reindeer? I guess you didn't say, right? Just that it's easy to get. 15%, that's no good. How about that face, though? Ooh. There we go. I've only had it a few times. Is good. I have to go to work. Man. I'm gonna have a good time with this game, I can tell already. I'll be back tomorrow. Stream tomorrow. And maybe a long one. Ooh, and a trophy? I can totally see you? Yeah, you can. I don't really know the details on that, but sure. Based on the title, I think I earned it. So this is the last day of Metal Gear. We knocked out 6 games in a month. I think that's... I feel good about that. Made it from the very first Metal Gear all the way here. Went back in time. Right? Yeah. Took me a second, but right, because I'm fighting myself. I'm fighting my future self in that one. So... Hideo Kojima unlocked. I want to play this Metal Gear Solid with Japanese voice acting. It's so good in Japanese. I'm thinking like next time, go through the series again. Next Metal Gear. I've got a couple copies of these games. Not this one. I guess I only have 4 in Japanese. I bought a copy of 4. I have a hard copy, physical copy. But they're cheap. They're like a couple hundred yen most of the time. I see them all the time. So we'll have to do it. I want to do that, yeah. I think it was Frederick shared Raiden's voice in Japanese. That was wild. Very different. Roger, Roger. Got all the way to 3. Yeah, pretty impressive considering how little you play. Yeah, it's a pretty, actually, I'm pretty tired. It's a busy season, right? Japanese school year starts in April, so it's been like the first couple months of the year. Oh, yeah. Great job on that one. Too late? Too late to correct this? I'm just really just being mindless right now. I was like looking for a place to... You'll never find me here. Look what I can do. Wait, but maybe we can dodge all these bullets with tree branch maneuvers. Oh, jeez. All right. Is there a sprint? Is this as fast as I go? Okay. I guess this is as good a spot as any. This area is a good place to stop. It means you start next stream with a sneaking area to get back into and chat with chat, and then the story comes later on. Yeah. Is somebody seeing me? You're seeing me. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm just looking for a good place to make a save call and... Yeah, I mean, right. Hi. I keep doing it. Was it... I guess I should know by now, but I keep forgetting it's an additional button press to just die. Yeah, yeah. That's right. Let's just see what we can see. Let's run into the arms of death. But take the scenic route across this bridge. Not a bad place to say goodbye to this world. Yeah, nice view. Double tap, crouch. I know I keep doing it. I just keep thinking it's just a single tap. All right, well that was a messy end to a messy stream. Only way to do it.
Do you want to save?
Missed a cutscene because you got here during an alert. Oh, really? I wonder if I can get it. By coming in the right way later? Or no? Emissary, thank you so much. Save. I'm on it. I felt you coming in, and I said, I feel I can sort of perceive. Emissary's coming in. Time to save. I'm gonna beat him to it. Thank you so much. It means the world to me. Thank you for the subscription.
Amazon called the Black Lagoon, and they get picked off one after the other by this fishman thing. And there was this scene when the heroine is going for a swim, and the creature sneaks up on her from underwater. Oh, I thought my heart was going to stop. I mean, of course, the 3D effects in It Came from Outer Space were a lot more intense, but...
It wouldn't be referring to space, would it?
How rude!
Not when we're hearing about scary movies. Hey, Silent Shelf, what's up? Welcome. What an entrance.
Fine. I'll just get to the point, Snake. Be careful of what's around you when you're in the water. Just imagining you swimming in those jungle rivers makes me think of you being attacked by a fish man.
Or a goat man.
I appreciate the concern.
Fishmen aren't the only things that'll attack you in the water. Really be careful out there.
Okay.
And don't be attacking any pretty girls going for a swim, either.
Are you calling me a fish man?
You started it.
I gotta say, I love Mei Ling, but Paramedic is definitely more my speed, right? Like, okay, great wisdom from literature. How about movie references? Lots of movies, yeah? You're hitting me more in my knowledge base. Ruining this super important call. Calendar fact. Monaco has the highest per capita ownership of Rolls-Royce cars in the world. Cool fact. Thank you. All right. Well, you know, we started a new game. We tumbled around a little bit. Had some fun. Had some laughs. But more importantly, we finished Metal Gear Solid 2. And moved forward. So, it is officially the end of May. Starting tomorrow, Hideo Kojima. I'm probably going to do not so many Kojima game streams on weekdays because, as you've seen many times, get caught in a codec call and have to go to work and then leave in a bad spot. Fun fact about Monaco, it used to be a Greek colony. Oh, back when France was Gaelic? That is a fun fact. So maybe weekdays now I'll be catching up on some of the games that I've let lapse, right? Your game requests that still need to be done. I want to finish Rise of the Ronin. But tomorrow, Snake Eater. So who are we? Where are we? What are we? Why are we? Where are we going? Metal Gear? What's happening in Metal Gear Town? A lot of people watching the original Solid. A lot of reruns. And that's not in English. What do we got for Solid 2? What do we got for Ghost Babel? Oh wait, I can't find that easily, right? I want to watch someone playing Ghost Babel, you know? But it doesn't have a category. Someone's playing Metal Gear 2. That takes me back. Maybe going there. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for coming. Appreciate you hanging out. Spending your morning with me. Means a lot. Thank you. If you also know Subnautica or Omicron. I was thinking those. I just didn't say it aloud. I meant to. Yeah, those as well, right? I got to do Omicron. Let's do that soon. I got to finish that finally. It's almost a year. It's almost the year anniversary of starting that game. So let's celebrate it the right way. Same with Marseille. Sorry, the second fact is better, please. Look. Oh, did you? Oh, I think I saw it, but then I thought, oh, that's the same comment because fact. But right. Everyone has a unique smell. Identical twins smell so alike that most times only trained dogs can tell the difference. What? That's wild. That's got to change if they spend a lot of time apart, though, right? No? I don't know. I don't have a sense of smell. I don't even know where to begin with this, but I just assumed, like, you might have your innate smell, but then that's got to be, like, really open to change, right? Based on what you're doing, how you're living, where you're living, what you're eating. Marseille used to be in Massalia. Neat. Pretty much the same name for over 2,000 years. That's wild. Yeah, thank you. Thank you again. Why are humans the only animals that need glasses? How do you know, Vex? Yeah. Well, there's the joke about rabbits because they eat a lot of carrots. What's the joke? I don't even know. Never mind. It's all about pheromones. I'm assuming they have similar hormone levels, chemical compositions. Yeah. I mean, I could seek to understand it without experiencing it, right? I don't need to smell it to know how it works, but here we are. Okay, anyway, I gotta go. We're just gonna raid. What's the last one I brought up? Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, being played by Geki Lysander. Snake and Solid. Let's do it. Let's see how they're enjoying that game. I loved that game. That was so good. Right? Metal Gear 2. I was so impressed. Like, to have that experience on the MSX. I wonder if they're falling in as many trapdoors as I fell down. That game tricked me good. Some animals suffer from... Wait a second. I gotta pull this up. From short-sightedness and have poor eyesight. In domestic animals, myopia, with or without astigmatism, occurs frequently. So animals do actually need glasses. They just can't make them. Right. Makes sense. All right. Raid's ready to go. Thank you all again. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, be well. Have a great whatever you got. Bye-bye.